Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Cryptonews Weekly Roundup. Your hosts here, Matt Zahab and Rachel Wolfson. Guys, what a week. Bitcoin, new all-time high. As we are recording, it keeps going up. We love to see it. Rachel, you look very cold, the coldest I've seen you in weeks, and I presume you're back in the homeland. How was Europe?
Europe was amazing, and I am back in the Bay Area, so obviously I'm cold, and but I'm excited to talk about the crypto news of the week today.
Let's jump right into it. Guys, not gonna lie, I did not think that we would be hitting ATH this week, but what do I know? Clearly nothing. And Bitcoin just hit a new all-time high as we are recording right now. Bitcoin is up 3.15% on the week to 112,700. Craziness that we broke a new all-time high. Ethereum, biggest gainer of the week, up 10% to 2,800 per ETH. XRP up 10 ticks as well to $2.47 per Ripple. Solana up 5% to 158, and Doge's up 8% to over 18 cents. Green across the board this week. Pretty incredible, and we love to see it. Rachel, biggest news of the week, Bitcoin all-time high. We did it again. It's been a while, but we did it again.
Yeah, Matt. So this is a really exciting news for us and every other Bitcoiner out there. So basically, at the time of recording this, which is Thursday, July 11th, Bitcoin has hit a new all-time high of $112,700, surpassing its previous peak, which was set on May 22nd of this year. The milestone marks the beginning of what many analysts are calling a new crypto bull market, fueled by growing institutional interest and a resurgence in retail demand. Over the past few weeks, institutional interest in crypto assets have been growing steadily, according to recent reports by CoinShares.
Yeah, we are on a roll indeed. Speaking of Bitcoin, we're going to keep coming at you with some Bitcoin news. Earlier on this week, it was either Friday or Saturday, I forget the exact day, but an early Bitcoin wallet that had been dormant for 14 years suddenly came back to life out of nowhere, transferring 10,000 Bitcoin, now worth 1.09 billion in a single transaction. The wallet first acquired these coins on April 3rd, 2011, almost 15 years ago, when Bitcoin was trading at, take a guess, 78 cents per token. That is absolutely bonkers, representing a 140,000x return. That is literally insane. A $7,800 investment into over $1 billion. This was first spotted from on-chain analyst Look On-Chain, and everyone was going berserk earlier on in the week as we thought that something bad was happening. Maybe it was quantum breaking Bitcoin, maybe it was World War III, we didn't know, but there was about an hour stretch on the timeline where everyone was tripping, you know what, and for the right reason. But it turns out it's just a trader who made one of the greatest trades of all time, which we love to see. Moving forward with Bitcoin, my favorite airline in the world and one of the best airlines in the world, Emirates, will begin to accept Bitcoin and crypto for flight payments. Pretty darn cool here.
Yeah, Matt, let's talk about this. Is obviously just another reason why the price of Bitcoin is going up. Emirates Airline has partnered with Crypto.com to explore crypto payment solutions across Dubai's travel ecosystem. Dubai Duty Free has signed an MOU with the global crypto exchange to enable digital asset payments in both physical stores and online platforms, targeting millions of international travelers passing through Dubai International Airport. With this agreement, Dubai becomes a pioneer in crypto-enabled travel retail, along with the Emirates D33 agenda to strengthen its position as a global innovation hub and leader in smart economies. This is so exciting, and I'm sure we're going to see other regions follow, so looking forward to that.
I love it. Hopefully Air Canada is next. Jokes. There's no way Air Canada will be next, but great job by Emirates. Moving forward, AI company CoreWeave, who's been on an absolute historic run, sort of turning into the next NVIDIA, will acquire Bitcoin mining giant Core Scientific for $9 billion. This is going to be an all-stock transaction. Core Scientific stockholders will receive a 12-cent newly issued shares of CoreWeave Class A common stock on a fixed exchange ratio. The total value is and will exceed, give or take, around $9 billion. Partners will determine the final value. And at that point, Core Scientific stockholders' ownership of the merged company will be less than 10%, which needs to happen in order for this to go through. CoreWeave making moves, acquiring one of the biggest Bitcoin miners in the space. We'd love to see that. Rachel, besides Bitcoin ATH, the biggest news of the week, some people love it, most people hate it, but Pump.fun is finally launching their native token, Pump, via ICO, and this will happen by the time this episode airs tomorrow on July 12th, and they plan on taking over Facebook, Twitch, and TikTok. Pretty wild stuff here from the Pump.fun team.
Yeah, Matt. So Pump.fun is going to launch Pump token via ICO on July 12th, targeting a $600 million raise. Pump.fun, the prominent Solana-based meme coin launchpad, has announced that its public token sale will commence on Saturday, July 12th, and will continue until July 15th or until the token allocation is exhausted. Based on an official announcement from July 9th, the initial coin offering will operate under a first-come, first-served framework with 150 billion pump tokens priced at 4 cents per token made available.
Yeah, pretty wild stuff here. Hyperliquid doing classic Hyperliquid stuff. We absolutely love to see it. This morning, Pump-USD pre-market trading topped $21 million with the token peaking at 0.15 cents. Of course, Hyperliquid is the leading perp dex on the market right now, and they've already listed Pump even though it is not out yet. This happened again this morning on Thursday as we record, and allowed users to long or short the unlaunched Pump token with up to 3x leverage, expanding speculative access to yet to launch assets. Unlike traditional futures, Hyperliquid perps do not rely on external oracles for pricing. Instead, they use a moving average of their own mark price to calculate funding rates, and this design, which is strictly unique to Hyperliquid, aims to reduce the risk of price manipulation and make pre-launch trading more stable and accessible to the masses. Great job from the Hyperliquid team rolling this out. Moving forward, Rachel, Tether in the news again. It seems like every week we talk about Tether and Palo Arduino, almost always for good reasons. They've quietly built an $8 billion gold reserve. This is classic Tether, literally a money printing business. And Rachel, you have to tell us a little bit about this.
Yeah, Matt, this is exciting news. So, stablecoin issuer Tether has built a gold vault empire worth around $8 billion stored in a private vault in Switzerland. The USDT issuer directly owns the vast majority of about 80 tons of gold stockpile outright. However, precious metals represent only 5% of Tether's $112 billion reserve portfolio per the company's March attestation. So basically, the CEO of Tether said, "We have our own vault. I believe it's the most secure vault in the world." He also declined to reveal the whereabouts of the Swiss vault due to security concerns. That makes sense. USDC stablecoin reached a market cap of $159 billion last month, claiming 62.43% of the entire $255 billion stablecoin ecosystem.
That's crazy. My favorite part about that is, hey, Paolo, where is the vault located? As if he would tell you where $8 billion worth of gold is. Absolutely wild stuff. Pretty good news this week. One unfortunate piece of news: decentralized exchange GMX is believed to have suffered a major exploit worth over $42 million in digital assets, reportedly being drained from its vaults. The incident appeared to involve a suspicious outflow of funds. Again, this was over $42 million, and all of it was transacted to a single wallet address. The funds are now being bridged from Arbitrum, a layer 2 Ethereum scaling network, back to ETH mainnet, which is a common tactic used by attackers to obfuscate and launder stolen funds. This is stuff we do not like to see. However, we're going to end with some great news this week. And Rachel, you wrote a great article on this. Crypto donations raised for Texas flood relief. We absolutely love to see this. Crypto folks coming in clutch again and donating back, as there are tons of damages and a lot of lives and a lot of precious property lost in this devastating flood.
Yeah, Matt. So this is definitely close to my heart because I am a Texan. I grew up in Dallas. I live part-time in Austin. And so I was really happy to see that crypto donation platform, The Giving Block, has set up an emergency response fundraiser to support charitable organizations working in the affected areas of Texas, which is hill country, to assist with humanitarian and disaster reliefs. Donations to the charities on the ground provide emergency medical care, food, shelter, and other forms of aid to those impacted. As of now, the Giving Block has raised over $500,000, but the goal is to reach at least $1 million in donations. And according to the Giving Block website, it states, thanks to a generous donation match offer from Jared Isaacman, the executive chairman of the Giving Block's parent company, Shift4, all donations to organizations participating in the Texas Flood Emergency Response fundraiser from July 7th to July 31st will be matched. This is great news. Really exciting to see crypto donations being used here. And I just think that's wonderful.
Yeah, shout out Jared. What an absolute Chad move there as well. Guys, this marks the 52nd episode of the Crypto News Weekly Roundup. Rachel, a year ago today, well, maybe it wasn't today, but give or take around a year ago, you and I launched episode numero uno, and here we are a year later. Always have a blast doing this with you, and especially to the listeners. If you guys enjoyed this one, and we really hope you did, please do hammer that like button. Please do subscribe to the YouTube channel. As always, we love doing these with you guys, and we will see you on the next one. Enjoy your summer. Keep on growing those bags, and keep on staying healthy, wealthy, and happy. Love you guys, and we'll see you on the next one.
Bye. Thanks.